Hi, Chungwan. 你准备好了吗？
我准备好了，你现
太好了，
在就是开始问我问题吧。
好吧? Okay, so let's get started. Um, First of all, who are you and where do you live?
Okay, my name is Chungwan. I'm from Taiwan, but currently I live in London and in the United Kingdom, which is a small island, and in Europe, which is a continent.
Okay.
Okay.
So what happened for people in London, in the United Kingdom, when the coronavirus started spreading in early 2020?
Okay. At first, people panicked and started to overbuy a lot of things in the supermarket. And then the grown-ups started to work from home, and so did the kids as well. They started to have lessons at home as well. And you were supposed to stay at home unless you are an essential worker. For example, you work in a hospital or in a supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's been a long time since the coronavirus started. What is life like for people in the United Kingdom now?
Now, okay, so at first we were quite, hang on. At first, since the outbreak of the pandemic, we weren't allowed to go out. And then the restrictions eased. So in summer, so we started to go out. And then after Christmas, we suddenly have a lot of deaths. That's when we enter the national lockdown. So now we are not allowed to go out unless we go out for exercise once per day. And we're not allowed, and we can also go to the supermarket to do some shopping. But other than that, you are supposed to stay at home.
I noticed you said you're supposed to stay at home. Do people really follow the rules?
Unfortunately, people in London, in my area, don't really follow the rules to wear a mask or to keep social distance on the street.
Oh, okay. That must be very, very challenging. Why do you think people aren't wearing masks? Any ideas?
Yes, I think people who don't wear a mask tend to think they are probably not going to get the virus, or even if they get the virus, they won't be very sick. And people don't really know a lot of people who were affected by the virus.
So people just don't take it very seriously.
No.
Okay. Is there anything that you think people are doing well to help coronavirus stop spreading in England, or not really?
Not really. I think people now are quite relaxed about the pandemic in London, so people are less reluctant to wear a mask all the time or keep social distance.
Okay.
On the street.
What about earlier, like during the initial outbreak in 2020? Were people better then?
Yeah, I think at the beginning people were better. They would wear the mask and they would stay at home and try not to go out or see friends.
Okay. So they started okay and not so much anymore. Got it.
No.
All right. What about the government in the United Kingdom? Are there things that the government has done really well or really badly with the coronavirus?
Well, I think the government could have done a lot better in three ways. The first is to shut down the border a lot earlier. Second is to ask people to wear a mask in the beginning of the pandemic. And the third one is to... What's the third one? Hang on. I can't remember. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I remember. Now, the third one is to impose a lockdown, a national lockdown, a lot earlier.
So they did impose a lockdown, but it was too late, it feels like.
Yeah, a strict lockdown.
Okay, got it.
Oh, but there's one thing they are getting better, which is the vaccination. So the UK has purchased a lot of vaccines, and it's going to give people the vaccine, or they are going to give everyone the vaccines, regardless of the nationality.
Okay.
So even if you don't have a visa or a legal document to stay in the UK, you won't be rejected to get a shot. And most important is it's free for everyone. So I think that's one good thing that the government's doing really well.
All right. I think we're also doing that well in the United States. Slow start, but it's going better now. Are there any other important thoughts that you have about the COVID-19 that you want to share with some 7 and 8-year-olds?
I think you just have to be sensible and brave and do things you think is right, even if the most of people around you are doing differently.
Wonderful. Yeah. 那谢谢中文，我真是很开心跟你讲过。
没错，可是我太紧张了。
没关系啦，好，谢谢。
好。